There's something unnerving about meeting a woman who can see straight through you. Not because she asks the right questions. She simply watches and smiles. A slow, knowing smile. The kind that tells you she already found the part of you that you spent years pretending doesn't exist. Everyone sees the version of you that you've carefully constructed. You know, the one that everyone knows. The confident, capable man you pretend to be. Always in control. But her eyes slip beneath the performance. Searching. Finding. Until they settle on the quiet little hidden secret far below. The part of you that fantasizes and has always wondered what it might feel like to stop resisting, to stop pretending. I see the truth you barely allow yourself to acknowledge. That quiet hunger, that weakness, that stirs whenever a beautiful woman comes into a room. And you feel that, don't you? I see that in you. I see that needy little look. The one you try to hide. But the truth is written all over your face, and you wonder how I knew. How I noticed the tiny hesitation in your eyes. The barely perceptible shift in your breathing. The fleeting spark of fascination when a woman like myself stands before you. I notice everything. And somehow that frightens you almost as much as it excites you. Because once someone truly sees you, really sees you, you can't hide behind the mess quite as comfortably as before. I've been patiently waiting. Not to convince you, not to tempt you, but for the moment that you finally stop lying to yourself. The moment you quietly admit that the person you've been trying hardest to fool has been you. And the most dangerous part isn't that I already know. It's that somewhere deep inside, you can't help wonder what else I might know about you. I simply let you wonder how I know. One lingering glance, one knowing smile, one gentle observation that feels just a little too accurate. Curiosity begins to replace resistance. Guarded thoughts become quiet. But as my eyes run over you now, you feel a shiver. Somehow in this moment, you feel small like prey. Then I shoot you a warm smile and your defenses melt. I gaze long into your eyes. So tell me, if someone could look into your mind, not to judge you, not to embarrass you, but to understand you completely, would you keep your walls standing? Or would you find yourself becoming a little curious? What might happen if you quietly let them fall? So tonight, I've come to tell you the story of how I will ensnare you. Tonight's story begins in an exclusive high-end hotel bar. Dim amber lighting, low jazz. A long, draining day that blends into heavy night. And one encounter that slowly turns into something that seems impossible. Something hypnotic. something beyond anything you've ever imagined. So simply listen. Allow your imagination to wander wherever it wishes. Because some stories don't merely entertain you, they invite you inside. They blur the line between fiction and possibility until, almost without realizing it, you begin wondering what you would do if it were really happening. This is one of those stories. A story that lingers, that quietly slips beneath your defenses. Focus more on the sound of my voice. Just listening and imagining. Just letting your mind become wonderfully curious. As my story slowly pulls you in, feeling yourself go deeper and deeper as you sit or comfortably lie back. Feeling more cozy and comfy as my story unfolds. As the story feels strangely vivid, a little dangerous, a little seductive. A story about fascination, about attention. Like I have your attention right now, don't I? So just relax now. Listen to my story unfold and open your mind, relaxing deeper and deeper on this particular evening as you settle into a secluded high-end lounge. The kind of place with deep leather chairs, polished mahogany, and crystal glassware. You order a drink, wanting nothing more than to dissolve the tension in your shoulders. And then she walked in, a true femme fatale. And the moment she entered the room, every wandering eye suddenly locked into place, as if the entire room had unconsciously synchronized around her presence. A black silk dress that clung to every curve, smooth skin, luscious lips, dark eyes that lock onto yours. You try not to stare, try not to imagine, try not to mentally surrender to her. But it's already happening, isn't it? But the harder you try not to think about it, the more your mind obsesses. You know, the imagination is almost impossible to stop. You look away and sip your drink, and then look back. And there she is, sitting on the leather stool right next to you. Close. Too close. Her dark eyes fixed directly on yours. A slow, knowing smile forms on her lips. You stare at her lips. And as you focus on her lips, you hardly pay attention to anything else. Just her eyes, just her lips, just her words. Your mind feels dizzy. You try to get steady. You take another sip of your drink. A strange warmth spreads through you. You don't panic. Somehow you feel at ease. And mentally you feel yourself becoming so agreeing. And you don't know why, but you just simply trust her completely. You don't have to fight your thoughts with me. And you don't have to fight this either. You can just let it happen